Hello everyone and welcome to The Negative. Okay, so this past weekend on Saturday I went to Berkeley to Looking Glass Photo, met up with my friend Melanie, who is a model and also a photographer, and she also shoots film, which we met over at Looking Glass. Shout out to Looking Glass. And from there we went to, I believe it was a park, but it had like a rock formation, and we shot around there. There was like some nice trees and good lighting and stuff. So we went over there and shot some expired film. I shot two different kinds of expired film, both black and white. Tri-X Pan, which is the previous version of Tri-X, and TMAX 400. So there were some things that I wanted to go over with expired film, kind of some misconceptions and like what to expect. So with the two that I shot, they were both stored in cold temperatures, so they were well preserved, and so they pretty much are like shooting a brand new film. There was very little like deviation from what a new film would provide, you know, as far as looks and stuff like that. And so the general rule with expired film is to overexpose it one stop for every 10 years of expiration, which I don't necessarily agree with, because if you're adding exposure, okay, so first of all, with expired film, the reason that people do that is because it loses shadow detail, meaning the dark areas of an image are going to be, like the detail is going to be much less. So if you're photographing somebody with dark hair with expired film, a lot of times the dark hair won't really pick up and it's going to be grainy and kind of underexposed. So basically, people overexpose by one stop for every 10 years to compensate for that loss of shadow detail. But it doesn't necessarily always work that way. Like the film that I shot, it was, I rated it at 400, which is its native ISO, you know, box speed. And for the most part, it held up pretty well shooting at that. But there was a tiny bit of loss of shadow detail, which I'll show you and go over in the images. So basically, I just kind of wanted to show you my results and kind of talk to you about what to expect. From here, I'm going to show you guys the images and check those out. This is the TMAX 400, which was large format, and you could see here at the bottom of the image by your shoes, everything's dark, which they were in shadow, but they pretty much completely didn't render. So that's something that you can expect from expired film, is that shadow details are going to kind of drop off in some areas where the sensitivity has kind of gone away. But you can see the midtones and the highlights here on her shoulder, everything else picked up really well. So overall, I'm happy with this one. Okay, this one here is the Tri-X Pan, which was medium format. So overall, it's not super grainy. Part of that is being that it's medium format. But another thing is I used X-Tol, which I tried to minimize the grain, but even so, this image is a little bit grainier than what you would expect from a modern film. So that's another thing that you can expect from expired film, is the graininess, but overall I think this is another good one. Here's another shot of the Tri-X, and with this film, the shadow detail was really great. I didn't really see that it was any less, but probably the biggest thing about it would be the graininess, but even at this close angle you can tell that it was actually pretty smooth. Just for comparison, here's a shot of new Tri-X that I did in the same shoot. This is a modern Tri-X that wasn't expired. So you can tell that this one, the grain is pretty much invisible. It's extremely smooth. So back to back, you can kind of see better how the expired film has quite a bit more graininess to it. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed checking those out. It was a really fun shoot, and it was a good experience getting to meet up with her and check out that Berkeley area that I'd never seen before. So I'm going to link Melanie's modeling page and her photography page below. That way you guys can check out her work. I think it's really great, both on the modeling end and the photography end. And she shoots film, so that's even better. So check those out, and then I would like to thank you guys for watching this video. And hopefully there's going to be another one coming up very soon. So I'll see you guys then.